A new day. Oh, a place reserved for only the most serious of crimes. Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you nervous, Falcon? Nope. Got justice on my side. No, we've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers. See? Totally unruffled. Wow, well, at least one of us is feeling confident.
Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, is there anything you need me to do?
No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case.
Oh, that is wonderful. I know you two will pull through.
Alright, let's move it along, fellas.
I will be watching from the inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon.
We will. Oh, God. Are we ready? Yes, we're ready. Oh my God. Alright, settle down, everybody. Settle down. Is everyone here? J.J. Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Rupert Rabington, present. The ready is prosecution. Your Honor. Dang it, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes?
I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No, he always scored worst marks in the class. I can only assume he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his two rabbits' feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. Well, that's good to know, but say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, who scored the lowest? Well, I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate.
Here is, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Are the jury all present? Oh, look at all of them, so cute. All present and accounted for. Oh, Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds with the funny hats are assesseurs, the associate judges. Alright, everything seems to be in order, so let's do this shit! Court is now in session for the trial of Dame Caterline Demiao. Prosecution, call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, we're doing that already? Okay, well, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Valerty, to the witness stand. Inspector Valerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, and to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, Inspector, sorry, please state your, name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Valerty. I'm a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian Killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Okay, well, let's just stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh, great. I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn in his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. I don't know what's happening to my voice. Then maybe you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were all alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rogawale. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Caterline Demiao. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Granouille with his blood on her paws. Oh, well, that sounds pretty open and shut, in my humble opinion, so no more questions, Your Honor. Whew, yeah. bloodied paws. Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, buddy.
Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony.
Oh, yes, of course. Obviously, I knew this. The music's way too loud. Here, I'll turn it down a bit. Boop. Okay. Okay, you may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. Cross-examination. Cross-examine the witness to find flaws in his testimony. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement to question. Really brought to the scene by the housemaid. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Catterline. She was standing over the sliced open corpse of Monsieur Granouille with blood on her paws. Inspector, you say Dame Catterline had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Monsieur Granouille's, of course. How can you be so sure? I object, please. This line of questioning is dumb. Real dumb. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon, and the blood on Dame Catterline's paws could have only belonged to one person. Monsieur Granouille, obviously. Wrong! Because they didn't have silverware, you piece of shit! And she had been eating food, which was the red herring, and a steak! A bloody steak! So you shut your mouth! I feel really proud of myself right now. Like, yeah, get fucked. She had food on her paws and no one tested it! Judge! Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking, real pointless stuff. So, I'm afraid the prosecution has a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Granouille? I do. I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than a suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Catterline's paws had nothing to do with the murder. This is real dumb, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Catterline's paws didn't come from the victim, where did it come from? This, you dumb bitch! Boom! Wrecked. On the evening of the murder, Dame Catterline ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Rabbington? In a matter of speaking, I mean, steak might have been on the menu. I don't, Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well. Don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No! No! Intriguing. Convincing. You gained some favor with the jury. Get fucked. So, Inspector Valerti, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now, wait a minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something pretty crucial here. Dame Catterline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with, flawless etiquette and, table manners and stuff. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. So how could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Oh, what a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Catterline to eat with her paws. Missing silverware. Dame Catterline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household had been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall reading that anywhere in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the rogue whale assistant residence when we performed the initial investigation, but as it happened, Baron Rogawale approached us about this very subject last night. Oh. Innocent. What a twist. Ooh. This, yes, best jury member. Right here. Interesting. What's the meaning of all this? A bloody steak? Misplaced silverware? Inspector, was your investigation so lax you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lack. My investigation? Judge, I assure you I am the most thorough investigative officer in the force. Then it's amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Ha! Ha! Oh god, oh no. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Boom! Fine, so be it. Messieurs, until next time. Slapped. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready. Yeah, yep, totally. We have, I call upon, Monsieur Rubinio, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Rubinio, please approach the stand and recite the oath. Oh my god, what is he gonna be?
Oh, he's a bird!
How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest.
Could, the witness please introduce himself for the court record, please?
As if anybody in this courtroom doesn't immediately recognize me, but I am the great Monsieur Rubinio, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste, tu es un pipe. You know? Anyway, you may see my works in hit magazines, Le Branche or C'est Chouette. I can send you tweets if you like.
What on earth is a tweet? Oh, it's bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yeah, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Rubinio, but let's get down to business. Could you tell us your, activities on the night of the murder?
Very well. I was hired by Baron Rogawale to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening, and I pointed my camera, and I captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Rogawale and left.
Oh, like a true artist. And, with regards to the actual photograph, who did you photograph?
I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so you can all see for yourselves.
Oh, dope. Awesome. Well, let's look at that. There are fucking... Do you see this shit? Wait, why is the maid in the photo? Ah, whatever. Look! Ah! Who put those there? Oh, wow, that is quite an exquisite picture, huh? So, let's see. We have... The middle is, Baron Rogawale, the lion who hosted the event. And on the left, we have Signor Pertois de Miao, the father of the defendant. And, finally, we see the housemaid, Colleen Duhaut, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Granouille, and, well, the second is the defendant, Dame Caroline de Miao, which is, pretty suspicious. Wouldn't you agree? Just a minute, Monsieur Rabington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done, okay? I'm a serious attorney, okay? The prosecution can continue. Behind the photograph subjects, we see a clock with the time set at 7:30. So why is that time significant? As Inspector Valerdi told us earlier, that's the exact time that the murder took place. So, you get it? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, except for Dame Caroline herself. So, Falcon, something is fishy. In the jail cell, Dame Cataline told us she was present when the photograph took place, but I don't see her in Rubinio's photograph. Oh, that's true, but I can't use Dame Cataline's testimony as evidence. It has too little weight. If I want to prove that Monsieur Rubinio's photograph is not a valid piece of evidence, I have to dish out evidence of my own. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine. Very well. Defense may proceed. It's a waste of time. I'm real good at this. You know, photographs, rock solid evidence, so I did my job. Select a statement. 7 p.m. Set up my camera. Capture the beauty in one photograph. I think I have to go. I have to hit the photograph, right? Let's take a closer look at this photograph. Why is it in black and white? Just to clarify, Monsieur Rubinio, photographs are a different reflection of reality, are they not?
Oh, that's correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies.
That is most curious, because I see a mistake.
A mistake? That's impossible. I just told you, monsieur. Camera is a perfect, unbiased device. Photographs it produces are flawless.
Falcon, I don't see any mistakes, so maybe you should be more specific. You know, do your job, huh? Certainly. Boop. Oops. That. The clock in this photograph, there's something not right about it. Well, that's pretty convenient. The defense sees something wrong with the, key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Rabington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in the picture. Boop. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hands pointing at 7 and 6. Well, yeah. Which is most curious, because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Crenier has no hands. It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Rurkwell or his housemate if you have doubts. Monsieur Rubinio, how do you explain this discrepancy?
I don't know. There's gotta be some kind of a mistake, because my camera is flawless, okay?
There is no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world.
Oh, maybe there's an error in the printing process, or...
An error precisely where the clock's hands should be. Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Rubinio, edited this photograph.
Edited?
I'm no expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task, considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, that's dumb. Why would the witness do anything like that? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph's subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Rubinio created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why was Monsieur Rubinio coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough! Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Rubinio.
Oh, fine, you got me, I'm guilty, I did it!
You did it? You murdered Monsieur Granouille?
What? No, what? No, I don't know who killed the frog, I'm just admitting I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yeah, I had to include adding hands to the clock.
You were ordered? By whom?
I dare not say.
I don't think Rubinio is guilty of anything heinous, but I think maybe he was asked to, make everybody look better, edit it, and they were like, oh, by the way, also throw clock hands up there, maybe. I think he's innocent. I think he's just dumb. Monsieur Rubinio, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's question. You've pledged to speak without fear, after all.
With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system, I shall name no names.
Could it be the lion? Huh?
His claws! Did you hear that, Falcon?
Oh, that's really sad. Monsieur Rubinio, we can't and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancien regime, after all. But since you've admitted to falsifying evidence, we can't keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You'll be charged with perjury in due course.
I can't protest. Oh. I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs.
Intriguing. Convincing. You gained some favor with the jury. I've gained nothing but favor with this jury. I've been slapping down this rabbit so fast. So the clock's hands are painted on. So what? Look, it doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Catterline absent close to the time of the murder, and that matters, right? Don't be dense, Monsieur Rabbington. If the photograph is not completely genuine, it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why? I mean, it's still a portrayal of the night's events, and because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It's possible that Dame Catterline was painted out. Even worse, it's possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, that the housemaid paid off the photographer? Or Seigneur Pertois Demiao, maybe? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive. It wouldn't make sense for Seigneur Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Well, I mean, certainly you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Rogowale deliberately tried to frame Dame Catterline, because that would be, like, super outlandish. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He wouldn't do anything like that, okay? Monsieur Rabbington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, mayhaps I should offer my opinion. There he is. Baron! It's not time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Incompetence? Indeed. Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? I guess so. Very good, very good. And I trust that the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Okay. Baron Rogowale, on the night of the, the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Granwy left to visit the garden. Dame Catterline followed behind him moments later. Signor Pertois, Monsieur Rubinio, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Granwy and Dame Catterline. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Okay, thanks, Baron. I think we know after that. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, Garçon? I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Rogowale, am an honest man. The defense can proceed with the cross-examination. All right. Photographer arrived. He left to visit the garden. Dame Catterline followed behind a few moments later. My housemaid discovered the pair just after the photographer left and called for help. We could say the garden, because we found his cigar butt there. What else do we have in evidence? Camera. Red herring. Still funny. Yeah, it's got, like, that's all I can think of. I can say the garden. I'm gonna do garden. Baron, we saw the murder scene. Your garden for ourselves. Yes. Baron Rogueware, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years! We got you, bitch! We got you, bitch! We got you, bitch! We got you, bitch! You lying! You lying! You lying! You lying! 'Cause you a lying! 'Cause you a lying! 'Cause you a lying! It all works out. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. Baron, I don't wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you have visited the garden very recently. Balderdash! My word is gold! Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred! A cigar butt? That, I mean, it could belong to anybody, right? And, prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. See? It's like totally reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience.
And a little paddling.
The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. Oh, there are any number of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is that you, Baron Rogueware, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rogueware, murdered Monsieur Granouille. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen. That is... wow, what a ludicrous accusation. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is totally baseless, and you have, like, no evidence, and no means, motive, or, opportunity. No evidence. Think harder, Monsieur Rabbington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Rogueware as the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial. Even Monsieur Rubinio confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. That is preposterous. And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To blight the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something. Object! You are pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence. His finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So, out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Seigneur Poutoir de Miao, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Cataline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, and so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage. Judge, I demand that you disbar this ranting lunatic. No, there is only one outrage here. That is, that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, Garcon? The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I am nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I am a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No! You're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here and now, like a damned frog. Could someone please restrain the Baron, please? I'm on it, Your Honor. Let's go, old man, to the conciergerie with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. Oh, this is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a matter of speaking, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. Ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time.
Falcon, that was pretty incredible.
Thanks. Thanks, buddy.
I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? Oh my god, I'm getting all the voices mixed up. It was too intense. I'm off my game.
What do you mean? You just proved Cataline's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure.
Sparrowson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system.
What's that?
I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Cataline's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate that there's a significant possibility she is not guilty.
I'm not sure I understand the difference.
We've reached a decision, pretty unanimously. In light of the recent revelations, it's clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Cataline de Meow, to be not guilty. So, cool. Everybody go home. Have a great day. Eat a burger.
Oh, Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it.
Yes, I suppose we did, didn't we?
We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon.
Oh, I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement.
I am so proud of you both. I'll get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses.
That's like me when people come over.
You were amazing, Monsieur Falcon.
Oh, it was nothing.
I very much liked the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius.
What if she actually did it? Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case.
Monsieur Falcon, there is no need to play coy. The case is over.
Oh my god. Play coy?
Don't tell me you're actually being sincere.
I am completely lost.
Oh, wow, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. All right, I will spell it out for you.
Oh my god. She totally murdered him. She totally murdered. I murdered Monsieur Granouille! Fuck! Oh my god. I saw him in the garden.
All drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand.
Business?
To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always says that the drunk old fox was the weakest link.
Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Roguewell's cigar butt hidden in the garden.
Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris' finest.
But Falcon proved that Monsieur Rubinio's photograph was edited.
It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Granby in the garden.
He was scared of her claws? Or the claws of her dad? Oh, fuck.
My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Rubinio to paint me over Baron Roguewell and to add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering the photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. What is with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won the case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me.
I think you should leave.
Fine. So much for the celebration. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pocket. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, Petite Sparrowson.
Oh, Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon? Oh man, we hacked up.